Step 22. Start a budget. You've heard this one before, haven't you? Let me change the script a bit though. A budget frees you to spend your money. Seriously, when you're intentional with your money and your spending, you are free to spend where you have allocated. You want to get avocado in your burrito? Great, you budgeted for it in your eating out category. You want to buy those near AirPods? You don't need to feel guilt about it because you've budgeted for it. You've already tracked your expenses and worked through them, so this shouldn't take too much effort. Where do you want to cut expenses? Make sure to include that in your budget as well. There are some really great softwares out there, and there's no shortage of them. Mint.com is a free one and a great way to keep track of your expenses. You have to link up your accounts though, which not everyone likes. However, it automatically keeps track of your expenses and categorizes them for you and alerts you as to your balances. YNAB is another favorite of mine and taught me the value of budgeting. However, it's not free. YNAB stands for You Need a Budget, YNAB. It doesn't cost too much though, and is one of the more complete budgeting tools out there. Just Google budgeting app, and you'll likely find 100 that suit your needs. Some people like to use the envelope system as well, where they keep literal envelopes full of cash in their house for their purchases. They have an envelope for restaurants, for groceries, gas, fun money, rent, etc. However, if you don't want to do any of that or use any of the softwares, just make sure to budget in your necessary expenses, rent, groceries, utilities, transportation, fun money, and make sure to include your savings expense. However, if you don't want to do any of that, just budget in your necessary expenses, rent, groceries, utilities, transportation, etc., and make sure to include your savings expense. If you already have enough cash to weather any emergency, you're fine to live off of the rest of your income after you've saved and paid for the necessary expenses. As we've said though, savings must be included in your budget, no questions asked. It needs to be a priority.